It was another game where your players really dug deep. How pleased can you be with the point there today?
Yeah, I thought, performance-wise, we had to show a bit of everything that we've got. They're a good team. They're a top team, and we had to defend at times. But I thought we showed real courage and bravery just to keep playing our football. We certainly, pressed aggressively, and I thought we were a bit unfortunate with both of the goals, an own goal and the penalty. But again, great character to come from behind in a difficult place twice.
Yeah, let's start then with the penalty that you've mentioned there. The decision, it did go on for quite some time. How did you see it?
Well, I didn't see it, but I saw the one that was against, who was it yesterday? The handball given, and I don't know what the handball rule is. I think it's pretty much fit at your hand. It's a penalty these days. So, guys are shooting from a metre away. Anyway, it is what it is. He gave it, but like I said, it seemed like there needed to be forensic evidence to give it.
The response, though, unlike last weekend, you didn't have all your home fans around you. So to come here and respond that quickly, here at the Emirates, of all places, just how impressed were you?
Yeah, brilliant. That's 4 away games we've had at difficult venues. We've gone behind, I think, 3 of them. And again, a great response. As you said, they're a top team, and particularly here at home. We know how hard they are to beat. And so far, this side is growing in terms of our football. We're still at the beginnings, but I'm just so impressed with the character they're showing already as a group.
And how pleased were you?
And on that character, Glenn, just in 6 games in charge, they've already got 8 points from losing positions.
Well, I think it's refreshing in the way that he sets the team up, and the players actually buy into it because he says, I don't care who we're going to play. He'll be the same if he goes to Liverpool, to Man City. They'll play the same way. They might take a little bit of a tonking one day, might get beat 3. But I think the players like the fact that he goes on the front foot. They're going to press. They're going to put lots of bodies forward. We said before the game, we did a bit that they'll press right up, squeeze up. They'll leave the space in behind so that they can press, and they've got ability on the ball now. You've got to say that there's some really good players they've got. They're under the radar at the moment, Tottenham, and Ange won't mind them being under the radar, but they're an impressive outfit at the moment.
That's the view of the point from the Tottenham side. Let's now get the Arsenal manager's opinion. Here he is, Mikel Arteta.
Mikel, whilst it was a great battle out there, having led twice, is frustration the overriding emotion?
Yeah, we feel like we lost 2 points. It's true that there was quite a lot of interchanging in dominance in the game, but especially when we had more control and more dominance in the game and scored the goal, they scored straight away, and obviously with the huge chance that we had with Gavi, big moments for us. To do that, we still come back in the game. We started quite good, scored the goal, and straight away you concede. So emotionally, I think that was a difficult one to take. I think we struggled for a period of 10-15 minutes there, but we lacked a lot of composure with the ball, and we made a basketball game. But then at the end, in the last 15-20, again, we pushed, but we couldn't get the winner.
Very similar to you, Sol. 2 points dropped, he feels.
Yeah, I think, when you look at the course of the game, Tottenham definitely second half came back strong. But if Arsenal finished their shots off in the first half, then, Tottenham's got a long way to climb up the mountain to get a result. But, even Stevens, this is football. That point might be good at the end of the season. It doesn't really do much for both teams because we've lost a lot of ground with Manchester City. But overall, a draw's a draw. 2 teams that play really good football, tight game, fantastic derby, great atmosphere. That's what you want for the neutral. But Arsenal definitely, for the chances in the first half, they'll be ruining it.
Well, it was compelling to watch for that derby. What was it like to play in?
Look, it's derby. It's always tough games. But I think the performance was, fantastic from the last. I think till the last whistle. I think we gave everything. So I think the fans can be proud about the game. Obviously, we wanted win. I think we want to win, but I think it's 1 point is a bit shame. But I think the performance was perfect.
James, we weren't sure if we were going to lose you towards the end there. It looked like it was important that you tried to stay on that pitch as long as you could and see this one out.
Yeah, I just had a little moment where tackled Jorginho where I jolted my knee a little bit, and it was you don't want to ever be playing in a derby where you're not at 100% because it can cost the team. So had to come off for the last little period. But yeah, I thought the lads were brilliant, and we dug deep and we showed quality. And 2-2, maybe a fair result in the end, but we left everything out there, and we can't ask any more of the players.
Yeah, it was another really resilient display from this Tottenham side. With the nature of the Arsenal goals, just how pleased were you with how quickly you responded, particularly that second goal?
Yeah, definitely. We responded brilliantly. It was such a quick turnaround. You can very easily get, when you come to a quality team like Arsenal, head can drop and momentum can shift when you can see the goal like that. But we kept playing, you know, and even in the early stages, like myself included, gave the ball away in difficult areas of the pitch. Like Gabriel Jesus could have punished me for giving it away there, but like we said before, bravery is keep wanting the ball, keep showing for the ball, keep playing the way we play, even if mistakes happen, you know. And we did that, and then for large parts we dominated with the ball and scored two good goals. So all in all, a draw, and we'll walk away and work to the next game.
Yeah, nodding away there to what James said. Did it feel like justice to get that equaliser after the penalty decision? Was there doubts?
Look, I mean, the referee made a decision. We can't just arguing about this decision, because I think we have a VAR and situation. Obviously, the derby is always. It is a bit emotional game, but I think the decision we accepted, and what Mother said, I think we bounced back really strongly, and then coming back 2-2 in that the time of the important, and I think we showed that great character and then great bravery. What Mother said, I think was very, very important to come back 2-2.
Well, of course, there's bragging rights up for grabs today. What's the significance of this result, James, do you think, in the context of the table and where you can go this season?
The table's not important after 6 games. You know, we've had a good start to the season. We wanted to continue that. A point here is just as good as a point anywhere else. You know, obviously it's a derby game. We know what it means to our fans, to our club, to our supporters. So, make no mistake, we knew exactly what we had to come and do. But sometimes a draw is a fair result, and it was a big game. It was a proper Premier League game out there today, intense, fast, everything you want in a derby. And listen, we'll take the point. We'll debrief with the manager as we always do. And then work towards next week. That's all we can keep doing to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, well, congratulations on a resilient team performance, but you are the player of the match, so Sonny, if you wouldn't mind doing the honours.
Thank you, mate.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.
Well done, James.
Son talking about the penalty, then let's get straight into that second half action. Rob Jones, the referee, sent to review the situation with Romero. Any complaints from a Tottenham point of view?
No, I think with the rules as they are, I mean, back in the day it would never be a penalty, but as the rules as they are, it's pretty plain now. Defenders have got to go. If there's any chance of closing a shot down, you've got to go with your arms behind your back. It's pretty simple, so. And it's not a natural movement that you need or you want a defender to do, but there's too many of these happening. And the rules are saying that's a penalty, and it was given, and rightly so. But for me, I don't like the rule.
No.
I think.
But the rule's there, Glenn, and you've got no complaints. And they also checked the potential foul on Maddison as well. They were happy with that.
No, I think it was, in the end, in the modern day rules, it's a penalty, and I think he knew it. Look, his reaction, Romero.
Yeah. And it was Saka, not Ødegaard, Michael, that dispatched it.
Yeah, short run up. And fully intended to go down the middle, reasonably soft, you know, and high, so the goalkeeper's trailing legs if he's going to dive weren't going to save it, and it was a very good pen.
98 seconds later, though, so what was Jorginho doing here?
Well, he's not playing his game. You know, he's usually get the ball, move it quickly. That's his game, and he's got a chance to pass to Ben White wide, scanning, and then he gets in the muddle here, and they rob him, and there you go. I mean, when you go up, you know, statistically, you've got to be looking at the first 5 minutes. It's normal. You know, so many goals are scored in the first kind of 5 minutes after someone scored. So you've got to be aware of that.
They made that look easy, don't they?
They did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, in theory, an easy pass, but it's the timing of the pass, to make sure everyone's on side, to make sure the defender is not, you know, going one way or the other. It's the timing, it's the weight, it's the finish, the calmness. It's, you know, 2 players at the top of their game. If Tottenham are asking for 2 players to be bearing down on goal there, you're thinking, please be Maddison, please be Son. And it was. And they just made a difficult enough situation look easy.
And they made 2 comebacks to get a point for Tottenham in his first North London derby for the Spurs manager, Ange Postecoglou.
A fair result, perhaps, then. Brilliantly entertaining, that is for sure. The first significant moment of the second half, really, was a penalty that went towards Arsenal. Romero's handball. You can see why it's given, can you, Les? Do you have any complaints?
Do I have any complaints? Not with the way the rules are now. I don't think he can do anything. It's, you know, is that ball going to his hand? Has he put his hand to the ball? Has the ball gone to his hand? You can argue, but with the way the situation is now, you know, they looked at it several times, but I think all of us in here realised that that was going to be a penalty, and it was.
I don't really like it, Les,
no,
do we?
I agree with you.
Because, as you say, it's more ball to hand. I just think in the current climate they are going to get given, but I don't like this rule. I just think it's too close quarters.
I think it's pretty much as Gary reflected on commentary as well. You can understand why it was given, but
and a good penalty.
Very keen on it being given, but yeah, tucked it away.
Yeah, that was a really good penalty. It's exactly what it needed. But Spurs, what a reaction! It's exactly what you need to do. And I think in Maddison and Son right now, they've got a great double act.
Well, the equaliser comes 23 seconds after the restart, which absolutely stunned Arsenal. How did it happen?
Well, Jorginho, every time he got on the ball, you could see that Maddison was like a hyena. He was all over him. He wanted to get after him. He knew as soon as he took a touch, he could dispossess him. And he ambushes him here as that ball gets played to him. You can see he picks the ball up. Now there's 10 yards there, takes a touch, another touch, and then he pounces on him, he wins it. He waits for the right moment and he passes it perfectly to Son, who finishes it. And I think we've almost forgotten how good Son is. You know, he's a really good wide man, but he's a world-class striker, Les, isn't he?
Yeah, finishes when he gets up. And I think this is such a great ball, because I said to you at the time, I thought Maddison could fool the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper started edging. But the ball he plays it at the right time, right tempo, and all Son has to do is take a touch and put it in the back of the net. And that's a great finish.
2 great assists by Maddison today.
Good point for Spurs. Maybe they'll reflect as well, with hindsight, missed opportunity perhaps with all those injury problems for Arsenal as well, losing Rice at half-time, particularly. More reaction on Sky Sports News and across.
رودي يطرد وفوز سيتي بثنائية على فورست. حافظ مانشستر سيتي على بدايته المثالية للموسم في الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز لكرة القدم بالفوز 2-0 على ضيفه نوتنغهام فورست ليحقق انتصاره السادس على التوالي رغم طرد لاعب الوسط رودري بعد استراحة. وسجل فيل فودن الهدف الأول لصاحب العرض في الدقيقة 7، وأضاف المهاجم إيرلينغ هالاند هدفا بعد تمرير عرضية من ماتيوس نونيوز. بعد 7 دقائق أخرى وسط سيطرة تامة من سيتي على أرض على أول 45 دقيقة. وبدأ الشوط الثاني بحصول رودري على بطاقة حمراء مباشرة بسبب الاعتداء على مورغان جيبس وايت، حيث تشاجر اللاعبان قبل أن يضع اللاعب الإسباني يده على عنق مهاجم فورست الذي سقط عرضا. واستحوذ فورست على اللعب في الشوط الثاني، لكنه عانى في صناعة الفرص الخطيرة. وحافظ السيتي على الانتصار حتى النهاية ليرفع رصيده إلى 18 نقطة على القمة. كما حافظ مانشستر سيتي على بدايته المثالية للموسم في الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز لكرة القدم بالفوز 2-0 على ضيفه نوتنغهام فورست ليحقق انتصاره السادس على التوالي رغم طرد لاعب الوسط رودري بعد الاستراحة.